Hello, my name is Friar John. I'm here in the windy city of Chicago, here with Friar Bob Cook, who's the pastor of St. Ida's, who just this year became assigned here at this parish. And so this could be a resource for the postulants. They're in their first year of Franciscan formation. Live right next door. What would a postulant do over here to help out with the parish?
Oh, there's a lot of things. We have a school attached to the parish here that's made up primarily of immigrants and refugees all below the poverty line, so there's opportunities for tutoring, those type of things. We have a lot of liturgical events here. All the different cultures have feasts. We have just some Nigerian Independence Day, Carrera de Cobre. The Cardinal will be here for that this year. That's for the Cubans. There's many feasts around our Mexican community, the Guatemalan community, the Polish community, and it goes on and on. So there's always rooms, and we have a lot of outreach. So, can drive, food drive, blood drives, very apostles working with the neighborhood.
And I hear you got an outstanding associate pastor in his first year, Father Arturo.
I could not hope for a better associate pastor than Father Arturo Felix, who was just ordained a year ago, but as our people always say, they can't believe he's only been a priest for a year because is a natural fit for the parish.
I think I see him just walking by. Come here, Father Arturo.
He was over there praying. I think. Oh, good.
So how did you come to be in Chicago and the Windy City here?
Chicago, let's see, I was actually a diocesan seminarian, and I was studying for the Diocese of San Bernardino, California. And so as I came to Chicago to do philosophy, I met the friars at a retreat, and the friars kind of just drew me in, and I became a Franciscan.
And you've been able to practice a little Spanish here and there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, 20% of the parish is Spanish speaking, so we have Spanish Mass baptism events. Definitely get into that. Yeah.
And how many sacraments have you been able to celebrate in Spanish so far?
Spanish, I think all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Really, you ordained priest?
No, well, not that. Not quite there.
But the other six.
But definitely the other ones. Yeah.
So I understand this parish for over 100 years has been a diocesan parish. What has it been like to bring a little Franciscanism to this parish of St. Ida's?
Sure. Well, I think the biggest thing is the people themselves have said that they feel a difference, and that difference comes from the peace that the friars bring. They say there's a lot of joy that you guys have.
Nice.
So I'm not saying that diocesan priests don't have joy, but there was a joy that they're seeing within the friars, within the community itself, and all the friars who are here and how they interact with each other. And they definitely see that and say that that's part of the Franciscanism that is brought here. I mean, of course, you can do the devotions and everything that we have, St. Anthony devotions we have here. We've done the Transitus here, right? So we bring that kind of liturgical spirituality, but I think also just being part of the fraternal life. We had a spaghetti dinner, and they said they were really shocked at how the friars worked. So one of our provincial, Father Michael, was in the kitchen cooking. The friars were outside doing, serving at tables and stuff. And they said the priests are serving at tables, and so that's definitely was something that they saw. And once again, that joy that they see, something that they've expressed to me. That's something different.
The Franciscan order, being international, being recognizable, 800 years old, is probably in the best position to navigate a congregation this diverse, because we are diverse. We look like our people. We have, since we've been here in this short year, we've had friars from Africa, friars from Asia, friars from Europe come and speak in the language of the people who are here, and it's been so meaningful to them. Mm-hmm. And it's also, our fraternity has been on display because they realize that they're not being served by just a geographically limited group, but that they're being served by friars internationally who, when they come into Chicago, are brought into this parish to be with the people. Mm-hmm. The architecture is French Gothic. Many hallmarks of Gothic architecture, but one of them is like the verticality. Everything points up. Everything's pointing to heaven. Is meant to lift the soul. So the windows tend to be narrow and angled up. Their filials are always pointing up. Everything is up. Yeah, and so it's meant to kind of point us in the direction of heaven. So the gargoyles on the outside, because they're grotesque, are meant to represent the fallen world. Outside, this is God's original plan, was not for us, not what happened. Mm-hmm. And when He restored it in Christ, that's what's inside the church, right? The beauty, the harmony, the texture, the color.
There's definitely more harmony inside here than outside on the street.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. But when you look at our stained glass windows, for example, which are modeled on Chartres Cathedral, I mean, just the perfect the combination of colors Thomas Aquinas talks about being three elements of beauty, right? Claritas, consonantia, and integritas. That there's an integrity to the windows, right? There's a harmony to the colors and the figures, and then that claritas is that moment of just a recognizing of something as being beautiful, and it's really very present in the architecture of the church, and even more so, I think, in our people, though. I mean, the harmony. The church reflects the harmony of the people here, and the diversity and yet the unity together at one, and that's, according to Thomas Aquinas, is what creates beauty. We have morning prayer in common, and then we have it's a multi-apostolate house. So Father Paul goes off to St. Thomas of Canterbury Parish, Father Michael's the provincial, he goes to the provincial offices, and Father Arturo, Father Jose, and I are stationed here. And our Mass at both here in Thomas Canterbury is 8. So we have morning prayer together, then you kind of go to open the respective churches. And then we gather again at 5 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because we have a 5:30 Mass in the church, we gather in the church. And so the community joins us in our horarium. And so we have 15 minutes of common meditation. And then we have Vespers. And then on Fridays, because we don't have a Friday evening Mass, we gather here for a period of adoration, and then Vespers. And then Monday through Saturday we have eat in common, we have dinner in common, and then Sunday's kind of a free day, with parish life.